Brave Israel. Now that's an army. That's how you protect your people. Brave Israel. We in this country should be embarrassed about the state of affairs of our own. Yes, we came to Israel's aid, but it got me thinking as I watched the battle unfold overnight, and I'm afraid to say it, but I can't say we'd be able to protect ourselves the way Israel has if the shoe were on the other foot. Our armed forces are in a mess. We are not geared for war. We don't have bunkers, early warning systems and any coordination at all. Regardless of your view of whether you think Israel are right or wrong, they know how to protect their citizens. And it is clear to me that their people come first, that their government, and again, put aside your views on Benjamin Netanyahu, that the Israeli government know how to protect its people. And we in this country need to take a leaf out of that book, because if the bombardment that happened to Israel happened here in the UK, I'm afraid I don't think there would be anything left of this country. Wherever your stance is on Gaza, whilst Hamas continue to fire rockets at Israel and hold hostages in tunnels and bunkers, Israel remains intact because Israel invested in an Iron Dome. Unlike Hamas, who invested in fungus-infested tunnels. Without the dome, Israel, who was protecting its people from all angles, Hamas, the Houthis and Hezbollah, basically things that begin with an H, would have been flattened last night until the letter I got involved, and that's Iran. Invoking Article 51 of the UN Charter, Iran unleashed Operation True Promise, a decision made by Iran's National Security Council in response to an attack that killed its officials on April Fool's Day at the Iranian embassy in Damascus in Syria. Now, the supreme leader warned that Iran would respond decisively. Since October the 7th, Israeli military have killed 17 Iranian officials in targeted attacks in Syria, Lebanon and the like. But the attack in Damascus was the final straw for the Iranian officials. And last night was the first time in Iran's history that it had been taken actual direct action rather than by proxy. The Iranian foreign minister posted on X that the USA were given plenty of warning, so there are no surprises. And many thought that Iranian proxies would respond, but last night it unleashed some 300 rockets on Israel. Now, as you can see, unprecedented scenes, and some of you, if you're not listening on radio, these are the rockets. This is a clip that Uri Geller sent me live from Tel Aviv. For Iran to launch direct attacks over Israel instead of using proxies is unprecedented. And Israel have been fielding rockets from all sides on a daily basis because it dared to hold Hamas to account. Whilst I do not condone killing anyone, if you believe Israel's war in Gaza is over the top, I would argue that their targeted attacks on officials who are directly involved with potentially coordinating the war against them is preferable to firing rockets at Gaza. I think it's time that the UK got real about the state of its own armed forces. Last night should have been a wake-up call. The message was clear: don't mess with Israel. But sadly, the same could not be said for us here in the UK.